Yo, welcome back to DrewTube. This is Wolfer. A wolf pack call for you all. Guys, we've got a special treat here today. I'm used to calling out scams and rug pulls and all that, but not doing that today. This guy is as stand-up as stand-up guys go. Everything he touches turns to gold. He's amazing. One of my best friends in the whole world, probably. Everybody give a hand. I'm going to be interviewing James Pelton. James Pelton, welcome to the channel.
Thanks for having me on, Drew. I really appreciate it. See, I actually touched this unicorn earlier, like seriously, and its horn turned gold. You're not lying. I can't express it enough. Everything that I turn or that I touch, well, sometimes we get rug pulled, but other than that, though, everything else is very good, and I'm very blessed. And I just, I want to share my experience with the world and with my community. And I just appreciate the fact that I can have like a really good friend in you and come on your channel and kind of share my experience inside of DeFi, inside of crypto, and, just shoot the proverbial stuff,
One thing I appreciate about you, James, is that you never have rug pulls on your channel or scams. I've never seen one. They've all worked out wonderful for me. You've made me millions and millions of dollars. Why are you trying to hold in a laugh, James? It's honest. It's true. But I really appreciate about that, man. You've completely changed my life. You're trying to get me to stop smoking the cigars because you tell me how it's not good for me, yada, 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 yada. But I just appreciate you, man. You're just changing my life one non-rug pull at a time.
Yeah. No. See, that's why my whole premise of my channel, why I brought it to the world, right? The Pelton's pumps, the passive Pelton's plays, right? Pastor Pelton, Crypto Jimbo is a thing of the past.
Pelton, I have a question for you, Pelton.
Let's hear it.
Why you should get some more sun?
I'd really like to get your take on this. What do you say to people whenever they say that your braids make you look like a velociraptor? How does that make you feel?
First off, velociraptors are by far one of the coolest dinosaurs that exists. So I take it as a compliment. Second off, I don't care what people think about me. I live on the street. I'm gangsta. I fight people and so I don't care. I don't care what people have to say about my braids.
Understandable. And that gets me to my topic and my word of the day. Water. Make sure that you're hydrated. Drew, I hope that you're drinking a lot of water over there. I know you live in Florida. It seems like you might have a little bit of heat stroke going on right now. So, we'll just make sure that you're hydrated, please. And everybody, feel free to take a hydration break. Now, I want to get on to the second question while Drew hydrates, and we'll see what his response is to this one. So this is a little bit more getting away from Crypto Jimbo, and this is just James Pelton here. Okay, do you have any words of wisdom for aspiring entrepreneurs out there watching today?
First word that I would give everyone is don't trust anyone ever. There are no good crypto projects. Every single one is a scam, except for Wolfer Finance and Presend. Those are the only ones that you should ever be taking a look for it. In fact, if you go to my channel and look through my videos, Zeta Capital, a scam. Elephant Money, Scam P, or Scam P. That's a good one.
Scam P. That's a great use of words, Drew. I knew you were going to come in with some really, really colorful wordplay, and you're giving the people what we deserve.
Yep, absolutely. But if you go through a list, everything is a scam. Okay, so just stop looking. Bitcoin's not going to work out. Ethereum's not going to work out. Presend and Wolf Capital are where you just need to stick. Stick with those, and you won't go astray, Jimbo.
Well, not Wolf Capital. We want to stay as far away from that as possible because I remember you doing videos on them, and you said that they were scams.
Yeah, and apologies.
Wolfer, you want to be a wolfer. That's you are a wolfer.
Yeah, there's too many wolf-based projects right now. I get them confused.
They're all copying you. It's crazy.
Yes.
I've got a really good hard-hitting question for you.
Oh,
I've been saving this one. I stuck it in my pocket months ago, and now I'm pulling it out. What was going through your mind when we were out in the desert in Dubai and I shot an arrow at you, was it death? Was it fear? What was going through your mind when I did that?
Well, to be totally honest, Pelton, I didn't, from the looks of you, I didn't have a lot of faith that your shooting would be very straight.
But it was.
And what's that?
But it was. It was on.
Yes. So my fear level increased once the arrow left the bow and I saw the trajectory that it was coming, in fact, towards me. But then my Viking reflexes took over, actually caught the arrow, and it was cool.
That's literally the only way that this could have actually went down, if you think about it. Of course, you caught the arrow. Absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, I have a lot of skills.
Ready? Oh, man. Oh, no! That was it.
Pelton, I've noticed that you have these kind of lines below your eyes. Have you ever considered putting pure gold underneath your eyes and leaving it there in order to help get rid of those lines? Have you ever thought about doing that? Because that's what I do. And look at my eyes. They are wonderful.
Yeah. So I actually took your advice on this. I remember this. I remember this conversation vividly when we were in Dubai. It was the first time I'd ever seen you in real life. And I was like, wow, he really is a braided, crazy looking man. So when you walked into the room, I remember I gave you a hug naturally because I'm James Pelton. I give people hugs. That's what I do. I was instantly falling in love with you. And then the next thing that I knew, you were sitting right next to me and you said, espresso, sir. And you said the keys. Actually, I don't think you said that. I think I'm misquoting. I think you said the fountain of youth is espresso, cigars, and gold flakes under your eyes to make sure that you don't have bags. And you had the gold flakes under your eyes. And Phil, Burlcore's CEO, he loved it because you're perpetuating his business model. So I actually have stolen that idea from you. And I chug espresso like it's something to do. So thank you for giving me that, actually.
Hey, you're welcome. Anything I can do to make you look just a little bit better. That's one of my biggest goals in life, is to help you just look better in general.
Well, I appreciate that. And I know Alyssa does too. One, bro. That was good. Bam.
Also, Pelton, we really got to get you going on these cigars. They're actually some of the key to my beauty and my wonderful ability to cite scam projects, aka every DeFi project.
I'm going to move on to my next question because, you know, I really have something that I'd really like to ask you as well. Okay. What do you have going on in the crypto space right now? Do you have any plans, any projects? What's coming in 2024 for Drew Wolfer?
Nope, nothing. I don't believe in creating my own projects. Just kidding. That's all I believe in, actually. But yeah, Wolfer Finance. It's just a way to make a whole bunch of money. And then there's Presend, which I'm wearing the shirt for it, but my mic's in the way, you can't really see it. But it's also just, it's a gold mine, basically. So James, when you get tired of all these rug pulls, there's always going to be a home for you at Presend and Wolfer Finance. I'll always take you in, buddy. You're my bro. I feel a little bad for you because you were homeschooled and have some social problems. And I just want to be there for you to show you the ropes of real life. There's always a spot for you, man.
Well, you've sold me. I certainly am ready to throw my money over to the side.
So, Pelton, do you have any new projects coming up in the crypto space that you'd like to kind of talk about?
Well, you know, I think about this thing like I think about this question literally every day. Almost every second of every day, I try to find a way to, you know, bring an NFT project that can help people. So actually, yeah, I do. And I'd like to, you know, if this is going on your channel, I'd like to air it here. It's not very degen though. This isn't Crypto Jimbo. This is James Pelton. This is Pelton's passive plays. Actually, I was thinking about getting an NFT raise for a chicken farm. Yeah, I know, but listen, hear me out. We could literally raise about $50,000 through NFT sales. All right, and we could call it "Check Out These NFTs," right? And we could literally create a chicken farm where we sell the eggs for lifetime passive income. It literally just prints eggs and then we print money. I think we could probably make somewhere in the realm of 20 to 30% per month. And if it goes well, we could just, parlay it, do a bunch more chicken farms and really build an empire out of this. Auto compounding, obviously along the way. We know, like who knows? I think, it could probably spiral into a tadpole pond. We could add that. Maybe even an apple orchard. Just, some stuff that I'm thinking about. I'm working through it in my head. But yeah, I think I could easily do that.
Hey guys, don't tell Pelton about this, but this is a terrible idea. But bless his soul, James just has such a good heart that I'm going to just kind of pretend it's a good idea. So just, between me and you, okay? Here, I'll bring him back. Wow, man, Pelton, that's such a good idea, man. I really like that. I mean, 30% a month. I mean, that sounds like a no-brainer. And the naming, I love puns. Those are so professional. And what investment opportunity doesn't have a pun in the name? I mean, great job, Pelton, on that.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to deliver value where I can deliver value, I appreciate everybody that comes in and watches my channel. I just want to help them out. And, that's my goal in life, is to just help as many people as I possibly can along the way. I created my software company. I'm extremely blessed. I'm extremely appreciative. And I just want to share it with people. So if you check out these NFTs, and that's the way we got to go, then we'll do it. Absolutely. 110%.
All right. So what kind of degen plays are you looking into these days?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Well, I saw this one project. All right. And stay with me here again. Stay with me. This is Crypto Jimbo talking. I know I switch gears and it's very hard for people to follow sometimes. This is Crypto Jimbo talking. It's promising 43,000% returns. Okay. And I know what everybody's thinking. There's also this other project, Undoxed, naturally. I know what you're thinking. Hear me out.
Hey, Pelton, I wrote some lines for you the other day. In the land of the digital, not all that glitters is gold. Crypto's got the game twisted, scams untold. But amongst the wolves of Wall Street's finance, there's a new alpha, Wolfer's Stance. Wolfer's Finance in the mix with a howl in the night. Dodging the scams, keeping the blockchain tight. Cigars in hand, we puff with might. Presend's on deck, future's looking bright.
I've never heard anything that could actually be a top #1 on the Billboard Top 100 easier than that thing could be. I mean, this is insane. I never had, I feel like I'm Aiden Ross at this point, where I have the guys coming on my channel freestyling. I should start doing that. I could probably crowdfund that with NFTs.
Actually, not a bad idea. So take a step back, see the blockchains dance. Not all is lost. There's more than a chance. With Wolfer and Presend, the path is vast. Cigars in the air. We found our contrast.
Boom.
Peace.
Well, Drew, if you would just stop grandstanding on my channel. I do have one last question for you before we get into some serious talks and deliver some serious alpha. All right. If you could be, this goes for everyone else. I know I told everybody, tell us your favorite mythological creature, but do this in the comment section as well if you would. What would you be if you could be any animal, and why?
Guys, I hate to admit this, but I would probably be...
We're worried about sustainability. We want utility in this market. We want real businesses in this market. And I just appreciate the fact that, people are building in this market. I really like BioFi. They do a really good job. Kirk, they have real utility, real business. And, that's what I'm looking at now. So if you'd like to give me a commission for the millions of dollars that I've made you on non-rug pulls, I'll donate it. I'll donate it to a family in need because I just truly want to do it out of the goodness of my heart. And I just appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come through and help you. You know, this is why I have this channel. It's what I do. Now, if you guys liked content like Drew, stop fixing your hair, man. We know you have long hair. It's voluptuous. It's beautiful. I love it, and we all like it. Okay, I saw it in Dubai. It was bouncy. It had body. It was great. I saw you take out your braids. It was majestic. I'd never seen anything like it. But please, everyone, pray for Drew's hair. You know, if you could just send a little prayer for Drew's hair. I know that rhymed. I didn't mean for it to rhyme, but with all of that said, I just wanted to say, you know, this has been a really good show, but we only gave you half of the show. Okay. So grab your popcorn and your favorite beverage. Hopefully, again, it's water. The word of the day is water. Stay hydrated. So switching gears, we are going to get into a little bit more. Obviously, James and I have a good enough relationship that we can joke with each other. We appreciate that you guys came and kind of like watched us with our banter and stuff. But we do, as you know, being content creators and delivering good things on YouTube, we do want to deliver some real actual alpha, other than just us making fun of each other like we're each other, which was awesome. And I appreciated, James. That was honestly hilarious. And I had a really good time doing it. I think we should do it more often.
Oh, for sure. You only seriously hurt my feelings like 4 times. So it went really well.
Well, I see, I was going to say, like, you know, you got like 17 more good times and I'm getting off of here, right? 17 more. And I promise I'm leaving. All right. If you do it 17 more times, I got to go. But with that said, we do want to deliver some serious alpha to you. So I'm actually going to ask James, what are your top coins for the 2024 bull run? Like legitimately, right? Because I know over here, what I'm doing on my channel is I'm delivering a lot of like, oh, here's the top altcoins, here's the top investments, blah, blah, blah on my channel, and kind of trying to get people ready, because I've been through a bull run. You've been through a bull run. A lot of the people that watch our channels may or may not have already been through a bull run. So let's do our best to kind of give them some alpha and show them, hey, these are the things that you should be looking at, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, personally, I have been moving away from DeFi. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Okay.
I like it.
Don't sleep on XRP. There's a lot of banks that are already using them, at least in the background. XRP could, hot take, could get a higher market cap than Bitcoin someday. Definitely will be higher market cap than Ethereum, in my humble opinion. Get outside of that, you know, honestly, any of the layer 2s. So you get, you know, Polygon. I think we saw in the last bull market that the layer 2s that end up with a lot of traffic on them, the coins end up doing very well. So Polygon, Arbitrum, you know, is one that everybody's really excited about right now. I could see AVAX making quite a bit of a resurgence. Matic is Polygon's coin. BNB possibly, you know, just, but all those coins that are used as the gas on their chains. If you get outside of that,
I'm looking at like Flux. I like Flux a lot. Obviously, like the parallel mining is just one of those things that just really sets Flux apart for me. There's your obvious like Cadena, Caspa kind of like competing with each other, right? Like, so I think competition breeds innovation. Look into Cadena and Caspa. They're doing very similar things, but for very differing markets. And I know Caspa is more of a safe bet because it's already up in the top 100, or I think it's in top 200 or something like that now. And their token supply there's a lot more on the market, circulating supply. So there's not as much locked up as Cadena. But for sub 100 market caps, because I'm not going to beat what James said into the ground, right? I want to, you know, deliver some things that he didn't touch on. But I will reiterate the things that you've said, and then I'll add in, I like BAX, which is BAB. It's a fully pretty much regulatory compliant. I know. Everybody's gonna be like, yeah, I know, Drew, regulatory compliant. But it's a fully like regulatory compliant, like banking kind of solution. And if you have maybe 30 or 45 minutes of your time, maybe spend some time looking into that. You, James, you know, yourself as well, but for the viewers, right? Go check into that, because it's like a $12 million market cap coin that if it really does hit its stride and it goes up to, you know, like a $1.2 billion market cap, I mean, you're looking at 100x on that. $12 billion market cap is 1,000x from where we're at right now. And for the industry that they're servicing, I do see that kind of being the type of market cap that they could achieve. Now, are they going to do it? I don't know yet. So that's why I'm saying, like, just look into it. It's BAX. And then GFAL, which is games for a living. I think they're also like, man, I think they're like a 15 mil market cap. They're slept on. And Crypto Lifer actually brought this one to my attention. Then I went and looked into it. And the guy that was the founder of Ubisoft is the dude that's in this company creating this. And I was just like, there might be something to this. So, you know, if that thing goes to $150 million market cap, that's already a 10x. And we already know how gaming coins pop off in bull runs. I like Ergo, ERGO, outside of the top 100 and 200. I like Hello Labs. Hello Labs is good. Neutron. If you look at Amino has these crazy partnerships where it's like all this revenue generating partnerships, because everybody talks about partnerships, but no one talks about revenue. How much revenue does that partnership bring in? Like, I can say that I'm partnered with Pelton, right? Me and Pelton are partnered. I got a Pelton partnership for a Pelton pump, right? But is Pelton making me any money, right? So that's what I mean by revenue generating partnerships, right? And then you've got Amino, which has all these different partnerships. I mean, they're partnered with like professional sports teams and these big brands that I won't bore people listing off, but go check out Amino. I think they're at like 15 mil market cap. They literally just launched their token a couple of days ago. XYO, even Firo, I would be looking into those types of investments and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking into too. So hopefully that drops some alpha for some people and let them know, man. Let them know, James.
Well, and what I love about what you said, in particular, was check the revenue, follow the revenue, because again, I've mentioned this before, but as a traditional investor, if I'm doing venture capital or I'm doing some kind of investing into a business, one of the main things I'm looking for is, hey, what's your revenue? Where does revenue come from? What's it used for? How much is going to come in? But then for some reason, when I got into crypto, I stopped thinking about revenue. Like, oh, that doesn't matter. All that matters is price of the coin. And so I've gone back to, hey, where is revenue coming from? And that's why, like Flux, for example, they have a very clear revenue stream that's coming in. People using Flux. That's DAG, BioFi. These have very clear revenue streams coming in, which makes them not Ponzi, which means they'll last during bull market, bear market. They'll still be okay. So I appreciate you saying that. That's been really helpful as I've been examining the crypto landscape here for the last few months.
I got a hard-hitting question for you, man. This is serious stuff. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what food would that be? I'm picking pizza. Friday Pie Day. Everybody knows what day it is. It's Friday Pie Day. I don't know if this is dropping on a Friday Pie Day. I'm just saying that Friday Pie Day is a thing. I've coined it, and I will take it to the grave. It will be on my headstone. Hashtag Friday Pie Day.
There you go.
You follow up. Yeah, I've literally fired people for less. Like, if you follow up Friday without a Pie Day, we've got some serious problems, and I'll have my unicorn. You know, they'll get you, bro. So crazy stuff.
Pizza would be my number 3. Just fun facts about me. In
What's
case there's
your
ever
number
James
2?
trivia. Tacos. Love tacos. Man,
Yeah,
tacos
I
are
get
so
that.
good.
Yeah.
Oh man, tacos might have to be number 1. I'm gonna have to think and pray about this, but
Yeah.
between tacos,
Has the bull run started? Is 40K. It has to hit above 40K. And at the very least, it has to hit above 38K, because that's where we kind of like fell to the previous time and bounced a little bit before we fell way through down to like the 28K level. So now that we've reclaimed 28, like substantially, and we're hanging out around 35, I've got a little bit more confidence to say, yeah, we're probably going to continue upward. And long-term wise, if you go look at like the weekly chart, this is a very long-term like TA, but we have broken that channel that we were in the downtrend, and now we're headed up a little bit. So hopefully it works out for us, man. That's my goal is, you know, I want to make some money in the bull run, bro. Like, I'm tired of bear markets.
Also, too, I've been focused a lot more on side hustles and other ways of making income. Again, I'm more focused on revenue now, and so a lot of the crypto stuff, there was no revenue. It's like, oh, there's no money coming in, and so I've been just really looking for businesses in general, whether they're crypto or not. There's a lot in the crypto space. That's a good place to look, but yeah, just looking for revenue. Wherever it can come from.
No, I get that. I get that 110%. That's why I think that the top picks are, I'm not going to take all these unnecessary, like, I know I dropped a couple of bombs where I was like, oh, this is 12 million market cap. This is 15 million market cap. But it's because I understand the business models behind them. It's not like, oh, this is a 15 million market cap meme coin, right? I'm not going to buy the Frogger coin to think that I'm going to become a millionaire off of it and stuff like that. And I come from a more, because and you do too. You've done it. You created businesses in the real world, so you understand like how businesses work, how revenue can help grow and bolster a business into actual profitability, how that can be life changing, if you foster it correctly. So that's why I look for like legitimate businesses. And that's why I like hydro whales. Like it's not that I like hydro whale specifically, right? I like hydro whales' team. I like how they actually build like businesses, and they're like, this is our business and that is it, right? I'm going to mine Bitcoin. Done, right? We're going to mine gold and sell it. Done, right? More than just going out and saying, hey, I was ChatGPT created this AI trading bot and I'm going to be the guy that mans it. And then, the QOP. I'm sure everybody knows QOP at this point, but I think I have a video dropping on that like next week or something. But yeah, like all this fake revenue stuff, that's why I just stay kind of, and it's not a hot take for a lot of people. They're like, dude, give me something cooler than that. And I'm like, I really don't want to, because I would rather be right and lame than be wrong and just a total douche, like that's really what it comes down to. I don't want to be wrong in a way that like just absolutely demoralizes everyone that's ever paid attention to me, because I understand that if I'm not comfortable with it, why would I put it on my platform to a certain extent? Like if I'm not comfortable with these types of risks, or if I'm not going to take these types of risks, I'm probably not going to tell people like, oh yeah, buy this coin. Like I'm going to say, well, I mean, you can, but I'm going to buy BNB or ETH or something, you know what I mean? And just kind of giving that disclaimer, like I'm not in on this. Right. So yeah, I'm looking for that's how I've always been. I'd rather invest in businesses than in communities. And I know that sounds backwards in crypto, but the communities usually are the ones that fall and the businesses continue to rise, and they'll survive bear markets. I mean, we've seen it multiple times before. So I don't know what your opinion is on that, like community versus business, but some projects have both, right? Like XRP. Yeah. So what are you doing to position yourself in the bull run, right? Like, are your positions already built? Are you still building them, or are you waiting to build them, right? Are you in process? Are they there, or are you waiting?
I am dollar cost averaging. I've been DCAing Bitcoin the whole bear market, Ethereum, Matic, BioFi, and XRP, DAG, and ADS. So those 7, I've been DCAing the whole. I'm not good at reading charts, and I also don't like to. I get stressed out very easily, so I don't like to have to go on check charts and what's the price right now. So I turned on some KuCoin bots for most of those, and they just every day they just go in and buy a little bit. On the DeFi side of things, I did forget to mention elephant money. I have been DCAing elephant money. I think it's going to go up. It's been going up through the bear market, so I'm excited to see what it does through a bull market. A baby male elephant is called a bull. So, I mean, there could be some significance there. Who knows? But yeah, excited to see how that does as well.
Yeah, same, dude. I mean, I saw elephant money. That kind of bolsters the community, right? Communities can actually hold things together, right? And I think what's his name, Bank Teller, right?
Yeah.
Did he make the most sustainable Ponzi ever created? Maybe he did. We don't know yet. We don't know until it ends. But yeah, I mean, do your thing, James. I'm not mad at you, man. You know, you're a grown man. Throw your money wherever it needs to go, in my opinion. I'm actually not doing anything right now. Like what I'm okay, so that's kind of a lie, but it's kind of like a half truth, right? So I am looking to get into like 5x leveraged positions for like a long-term bag, right? So like, say I've got 25 grand, right? It's just hypothetical, but I'll give you one thing that I'm actually doing, which people are probably going to freak out whenever I do this. And I'll do it soon, but it's going to be like a whole series and stuff. But say I've got like 25 grand and I'm like, okay, I want to DCA into a 5x leverage position on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So what I would do is I would start taking like 2,500 for Bitcoin, 2,500 for Ethereum. I would buy at a 5x leverage right now at this price. And then I set a bunch of other orders down all the way down to about 23K for Bitcoin. And I think like 1,200, 1,300 for Ethereum. And I'm going to DCA in and get a 5x leverage position. I'm not going crazy. I'm not trying to do 25, 50x leverage, anything like that. But this is like a long-term position to where I don't have to risk like $100,000 to try to make $100,000. I'd rather risk $25,000 to make 250. And if you lose it, you lose it. But if you're right in your timing and your entries, then you make money. The second thing I'm going to do is, and this is something like what you're doing where you're dollar cost averaging and you're buying a certain amount of Bitcoin every day, that has been proven to do extremely well. So you are going to do very well with that. I would create a series on that if I were you. I would do a series on that. That would be a great thing for your channel. And I think people would love it to see the ups and downs and see how you buying that amount of Bitcoin and just showing that it's almost like a budget, right? Like I've got $10,000. I'm going to put $10 in every day for 1,000 days, right? Or something like that. But anyways, that actually performed really well in 2023 for this one guy that was buying like $100 worth of Bitcoin a day. And he was already up like 60% or something like that. Well, what I'm going to do is take that even a step further. But I'm not going to get to buy everything every day. But what I was thinking about doing is taking $10,000 and putting it into all of the top 100 cryptos and evenly, and then let that bull run. And if it does, you know, if you get an average of a 10x, because let's be real, like Bitcoin to 10x has to go up to $350,000. It might not 10x, but what about something that's way down in the bottom, right? Like, a 90, it ranked in the 90s, and then it 20x's, and then you get an average of a 10x across all of them. Some of them are going to go to nothing. Some of them aren't going to do anything. Some of them are going to do extremely well. Some of them might stay the same. But this is the type of strategy, and what I'm thinking about doing is building that portfolio and then doing a series on that like once a week, once every 2 weeks, or once every month or something, to just show people like, hey, this is like the hodl, right? This is the hodl. And James, do it with Bitcoin, man. Let everybody know.
Let's do it, man. That's great. There you go. I've got my content for the next week. Thanks, man.
Right. Yeah. And then me and you can do a series together, and we can see who's performs better or whatever. And
I like that.
Yeah, we could just put 10K in and say, like, I'm going to DCA, you DCA in 10K, and then I'll DCA or I'll buy all the stuff. And then after 6 months or a year or whatever, then we see whose is worth more or something like that. Which strategy was better? Right?
Ow! Well, thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this time, me hanging out with Mr. Pelton here, make sure you head over to his channel. It's youtube.com/c/James Pelton, the one and only. Head over there, subscribe, like all his videos. You know, don't take what he says as financial advice, because it's not financial advice, but go watch the rest of this interview over on his channel. Thanks, everyone.
James, man. Okay, so first off, we're going to do our dueling of two swords, right, with our series, and we'll see how it plays out. And I didn't even think about that until we got on this call, and now I'm glad that we had this, because now we have a good little series to deliver to everybody to hopefully you know, it'll deliver some real information that will help them out in their future. It might not help them today, but they could join in. You know, you don't have to put 10K in, put $100 and put $1 in every 100 crypto, or DCA in 50 cents a day for a year for $180 on Bitcoin. See how it goes. You know, don't risk anything that you're not willing to lose, and, you know, don't go too crazy. Don't mortgage your house for it. But if you guys want to participate, participate. But seriously, James, thanks for coming on my channel, man. I appreciate it, because honestly, man, I don't really bring people onto my channel. And I brought like literally you and like Gary Cardone on my channel, and then everybody else has been like a paid AMA. So I just like having fun with the people that I actually like in real life, and I actually know in real life. So, you know, shout out to you and everybody that's watching. You probably already know Pelton, but if you don't, go over to his channel and subscribe. I mean, dude's literally dropping content all the time. He does actually bring good content, unlike a lot of these other YouTubers out here. And in my opinion, his heart is actually truly in the right place, whereas a lot of these YouTubers aren't, because this is their living. This is all that they do. And Pelton, in my opinion, is one of the only people here that isn't making this his living, even though he could, but he's already done his thing in life, and he's already successful, and he's just trying to share in that wealth of knowledge with other people. So I would encourage people to go over to your channel and subscribe and watch your videos.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, shout out to Drew for putting this together. He's a funny dude, good friend. Really happy to do this with him.
Thanks everybody for showing up. We appreciate it. We will see you in the next videos on both of our channels.